Hey, what's up, everyone? Coach K here. Today we're going to talk about what's going on with this JP Morgan coin. Is it really the future? Is it awesome? Is it going to trump Bitcoin? Are you seeing the FUD? I am. Let's just jump right into this, okay? Posted this meme today on Twitter saying 2017 Bitcoin's a fraud. 2018 I regret saying that. 2019 welcome to JP Morgan coin. That's what's going on right now. And I want to kind of just break down what JP Morgan coin is, why it's not going to replace all these Ripple and Bitcoin and all these things. And we're going to jump into that more deeply in a minute. But first, let's get started in what is Bitcoin, this US JP Morgan coin. So basically a digital asset that's used to settle transactions within clients on their own ecosystem and their own bank. We all know Jamie Dimon's been calling Bitcoin a fraud. He's been saying that it's not real, and he regrets saying it. Then he comes back, and now they have their own coin. He believes in blockchain, not Bitcoin. He must not understand what that means actually, but that's okay. Most of those older guys that are dinosaurs really don't get it, honestly, and they need to get the education. This is probably why he said that he regretted saying that Bitcoin's a fraud the year before. Now, they're only going to use this for a very small amount of their transactions, I guess, to proof of concept for themselves within their own ecosystem. But here's the thing. What is JP Morgan coin? JP Morgan coin is just another stable coin, okay? Now, the problem with all these stable coins is very inherent and very obvious. What's the problem with US dollars? They're inflationary. They devalue over time. So if you're pegging a cryptocurrency to a US dollar or a Japanese yen or a Canadian dollar or Thai baht, think about that. As those currencies devalue, your coins devalue. So they suck. Stable coins are not the future, guys. Stable coins are here because right now, while we have volatility, they will give you a place to park your cash so you actually can secure it. So if Bitcoin drops, you at least can secure your cash into USDT, or maybe JP Morgan coin, which you're never gonna have access to anyways. It's just a big facade, okay? And that's what we need to understand, is it's a big facade. And so if we don't understand that, then, that's okay. But Butenko V said it perfectly. He said, you will not believe it. JP Morgan Chase is leading the investment bank, the leading investment bank in the United States, launches its own stablecoin, the CEO of which says Bitcoin's a scam. In fact, in their technology and financial essence, the currency is almost no different than Starbucks or V-Bucks points from the online game Fortnite, but they proudly call this a creation of a cryptocurrency. Think about that one for a minute. Really, all it is a US dollar. So, I mean, yeah, you're having a digital US dollar. We already have that. Apple Pay, Google Pay. We have US dollars that are digital. So we don't really need all these huge stable coins, because really, in the future, we shouldn't really need stable coins because those other currencies are going to devalue. I'll give you some really good examples of that. Have any of you guys looked at Venezuela? Have any of you looked at Brazil? Have any of you looked at Argentina, Iran, Turkey? What are those countries' people doing? They're buying Bitcoin. Why? Because if you owned, let's say the petro was a pegged currency to a dollar. If you owned it 2 years ago, your inflation, the inflation of your dollar, your bolivar, would have gone up 40 to 50,000%. Yeah, I'm not embellishing, guys. This is fact. So thinking about all that, do stablecoins really provide us anything other than, for right now, a way to get in and out of the market to store some of our value if we have volatility? No, they don't do anything. They just help us store some of the value in the US dollar, which currently, or other currencies that currently have more power. But over time, with adoption, this is going to get bigger. Now, I just want to go over this article because obviously you're probably curious what it says. Basically, all he's saying is that they're going to be able to do cross-border payments. They're going to have it be faster, etc. They can do it within their own ecosystem, which is great. And it's unexpected for them to do this, but really was it, with all the different patents that were coming out from all these different places? Do you really think that wasn't going to happen? That's pretty interesting. So, we know Jamie Dimon bashed Bitcoin, and now they're looking at real-time settlement. They want to, compete with the Swift system potentially. Now, they've tested a debt issuance on the blockchain, and they had a simulation of a $150 million certificate of deposit for a Canadian bank, rather than relying on the wires to pay, which obviously is faster settlement. So people are like, oh no, Ripple's dead and all this stuff. It's not, guys. It's really not. Is this a positive thing for the ecosystem? Probably. I mean, if you really think about it, JP Morgan Chase is a huge bank. Why is that good for the industry? Well, it legitimizes it to a lot of different people. Regardless if it's a stable coin that's shit coin that's basically just a US dollar, which is going to lose value over time anyways, it still is a step in the right direction. It validates cryptocurrencies. Does it hurt Bitcoin? I don't think it does. I think people over time are going to get smarter. All right. So they do have $7 trillion, like, or $6 or $7 trillion that go through JP Morgan every day. So that is something also to keep your eye on. Now, JP Morgan Chase once called it fraud. So another, just showing you that there's a lot of news all over the world. I mean, this is from Australia saying, you know, he called it a fraud and now they have their own coin. Why did they do that? Start thinking a little bit more deeper into this and you'll understand that stable coins really are not going to help anyone. They're not going to help me. They're not going to help you, because all it is me just keeping a US dollar version of a stable coin on my phone so I can spend the money. Binance is going to rival them for a lot of reasons. We've already seen all the developments that they've had for ways that you can use the currency. So I see that, you know, there are other valuable options and viable options. There are coins that are going to be linked to gold. And when we talk about Bitcoin, this is a really interesting one. And I'll get back to that in a second. I want to show you guys this short little video clip of Jamie Dimon speaking. And it's a pretty interesting one. So just, I'll be quiet for a minute and you guys just watch.
2017. I could care less about Bitcoin. I don't know why I said anything about it. The blockchain is a technology, which is a good technology. We actually use it. It will be used for a lot of different things. God bless the blockchain. Cryptocurrencies and digital currencies, I think, are also fine. You know, JP Morgan moves $6 trillion around the world every day, and we don't do it in cash. It's done digitally. If it can be done digitally with the blockchain, so be it. But it'll still be a dollar cryptocurrency. What I have an issue with is a non-fiat cryptocurrency. Dollar, so crypto, sterling, euro, yen, they're all fine. I don't personally understand the value of something that has no actual value. You all can do whatever you want, and I don't care. Okay? I could care less what Bitcoin trades for, how it trades, why it trades, who trades it. If you're stupid enough to buy it, you'll pay the price for it one day.
And JP Morgan will begin using the digital currency for...
All right, so I just want to highlight that for you guys to just look at, and I want to give you guys the counter argument to this. Now, why does Jamie Dimon like US dollar, sterling, pounds? Because they're inflationary currencies. He loves them. He loves the dollar. Why does he love the dollar? Well, it's very simple to me why he loves the dollar, because he can control it. They have a lot of control in the US economy. Now, another thing is, why would they have their own system? Well, I really believe that hackers will definitely be targeting JPM coin. Why would they be targeting it? Because people that are in cryptocurrency are libertarian, very much so. And a lot of us, I'm not very hardcore libertarian, but a lot of us don't like this idea of the bank coin. So a lot of people don't like XRP because it's a banker's coin. Well, how about a bank coin itself? Think about that. Do you really want to trust JP Morgan Chase and all these banks who have defrauded you of trillions and trillions of dollars over time and paid billions and billions of dollars in fines for that? They've been caught over and over and over again. The Libra scandal. They've been taking money from cartels. There's over and over again. They've been the Dutch bankers this last year who got locked up because they had $256 million of manipulation on the Forex market. This is stuff that's happening, and this is why we have to kind of go against what this is, and also why you shouldn't be so excited about a stable coin. A stable coin means that as they print more US dollars at the Fed, your stable coin actually becomes less valuable. Now, when he says Bitcoin is not backed by anything, neither is a US dollar. This is a US dollar. It's a piece of paper. That's it. That's really all it is. And we give it value. Now, Bitcoin is a supply and demand economics, right? So when we look at Bitcoin, we say, okay, why is it valuable? Well, there's only a finite supply. We can't even say that about diamonds or gold right now because we keep finding more and mining more, right? Well, Bitcoin only has 21 million, which we think 4.2 million of those are lost because people lost them, including myself. I lost 2.5 in 2014. So that happens, right? So here's the point that I'm trying to get to, guys. Bitcoin over time will be deflationary, the very much opposite of those stable coins. As hyperinflation, like we've seen in Venezuela, in Argentina, in Brazil, in Iran, in Turkey, when we see those hyperinflation cycles come, Bitcoin will be a much better store of value than their money. If you took all your bolivars 2 years ago, put them into Bitcoin, you'd be a millionaire today and could buy pretty much half the country worth of stuff, because that's how much inflation happened. Hyperinflation. We've seen it in Zimbabwe and we've seen it other places around the world. As these currencies, including the US dollar, devalue and devalue and devalue, which US dollar from when it was inception, it's lost 95% of its value, by the way. So if you're worried about Bitcoin, well, there you go. So getting to the real gist of stuff here is this. What values Bitcoin? We do. Supply and demand. If there's only so much Bitcoin in the world, it will be valued like digital gold. People will store it as value. Now, people will say, well, what happens when those US dollar and those stable coins and all that stuff blow up? Well, guess what? They're going to have to look at something. And they're probably not going to use gold. They're probably going to use digital gold. What is that? Bitcoin. There might be another coin that comes out as well that will be looked at as digital gold. But Bitcoin is first mover advantage, right? And so because of that, I truly believe that Bitcoin could, not saying it for sure will, but with adoption, if we get to that point where we have 50, 60, 70% adoption, currencies will start to lose value because they're going to try and keep up, but everyone's going to start putting their money into different cryptos, right? So that will devalue those currencies because people won't really use them anymore, which will make them not as important. So as Bitcoin grows and grows and grows, those stable coins will eventually be pegged to Bitcoin when it hits that top. You know what I think it could be? I don't know. I'm not going to be a speculator like Tom Lee or like McAfee or anyone else, but we all know that it could have a high potential upside. And if it gets there and we store our value in Bitcoin and we have ETFs and ETNs and all these huge things that are coming, just see the sky is the limit. You all are looking at this and going, okay, this makes sense right now. And I hope you are, because if you're not, you need to go watch this video again and take this all in one more time, because stablecoins are not the future. And if you think they are, you really need to go back to what's wrong with the current system and tell me how being able to print off 1,000 tethers, 1 million tethers, 10 million tethers is really going to help the ecosystem of the United States of America when the United States of America's value of the dollar keeps dropping by 2.3 to 3% a year. Think about that, okay? So just wanted to make a video. See you guys. I'll be seeing you way more often, and I'm really excited to get back to what we've been doing in the past, and we're going to start doing it more in the future. So guys, do hit that subscribe and like button. We'd love to have some, support, and yeah, share this video so people understand why stablecoins aren't the future, so that they can know what they need to know. And that's it for today. Coach K signing out. Stablecoins are not the future. Subscribe, like, and share to this video, and I'll see you guys soon.